Welcome, young historians. Before we jump into today's adventure, don't forget to grab your history passport and collect your circuit rider stamp. You'll find it waiting for you in the show notes. Now, let's check in on Caleb, Emma, and Penny as they get ready for their next journey through time.
Wow, the storm makes Uncle Henry's study feel even more mysterious. Perfect time for a little time travel, right?
Okay, let's see what stamps we haven't explored yet. Wait, what's this one? The Gospel Must Ride 1805. It smells like leather?
And look, there's a tiny hoof print stamped in the corner. Do you think it was real? This sounds amazing. I want to meet someone who preached the gospel on horseback.
Where roads were none and pulpits rare, a voice rang out through open air. With saddle-worn boots and gospel fire, find the heart of the circuit rider. Oh, that's our cue.
Let's saddle up. Oh, where are we?
Somewhere damp, definitely not dry and cozy.
No, not again! Why is there always mud in my shoes? Well, at least there aren't mosquitoes this time.
Penny, don't tell me you're still scared from the Tubman Swamp adventure.
Still scarred. I had mud between my toes for a week. I think one of my socks never recovered. You did say you were going to invent frontier rain boots. This might be your big moment.
Hey, look over there. A bunch of people are setting something up. Is that benches?
We can't preach ankle deep in swamp water. Get those benches on the rise. We need a dry spot.
Sounds like someone needs help.
Excuse me, need a hand?
Whoa, where'd you come from?
Let's just say we're here to help, and we don't mind a little mud. Speak for yourself.
Name's Nate Walker. I'm apprenticing with Brother Elijah. He's our circuit preacher, but he's down with fever. So now it's me, a bunch of planks, a field full of water, and a camp meeting that starts tomorrow.
Sounds like you've got a lot riding on your shoulders.
People are coming from 50 miles away. Some walked, some rode for days. No matter what, the gospel's going forward, even if we're ankle deep in mud.
You're really organizing the whole thing?
Camp meetings are the heartbeat of the frontier. We clear land, build benches, and preach under the sky. Last one we held, I counted near 200 souls listening under the trees.
That's incredible.
And chaotic. Watchmen patrol at night with long white sticks. Keeps trouble from getting too wild.
Wait, like camp meeting security guards?
Exactly. Last time someone tried to sell cider behind the brush. Let's just say Brother Elijah didn't let that slide. Uh-oh. That sounded like the Thompson's wagon. I better check that.
We're coming with you.
Fine, but if my socks don't survive this meeting, I'm writing a strongly worded letter to history.
Is it just me, or did the volume just go up 10 notches?
Yep, and I think that guy's dancing with a chicken. Oh wow, and that one just tried to ride a barrel.
No, they're here already.
Friends of yours?
Let's just say they come to every camp meeting, early, loud, and let's say they're not here for the sermons.
Ooh, revival time, boys.
Brother Elijah always handled them. I don't even know what to say. What if they ruin the whole meeting?
Then maybe now's the time you handle them. You're the one leading, right?
But they're not gonna listen to a 15-year-old preacher's apprentice.
Well, they might, especially if he doesn't lose his cool.
And if that doesn't work, I'll lend you my Don't Mess With Me face. It's surprisingly effective. Okay, team, let's go be peacemakers. Carefully.
Evening, gentlemen. We're glad you made it, but this camp meeting hasn't started yet, and we keep it sacred ground.
Sacred? We're just getting warmed up. Gotta loosen up before the preaching, right?
There's time for stories and singing, but the gospel's not something we take lightly. We came to meet with God, not just have a party.
You the preacher?
I'm the one standing here, and yes, I'll be preaching, and I hope you'll stay to hear what I've got to say. The camp meeting's for everyone, even rowdy ones.
Huh, that's new.
You know, Jesus didn't avoid sinners. He dined with them, loved them, changed their lives. One of his disciples used to be a tax collector. That's worse than a rowdy.
All right. We'll settle down. No promises about the singing, though.
See? Not so bad.
Thanks, y'all. I needed the backup.
Also, I think that chicken's free now. You're welcome.
You were right. Even the rowdy ones need the gospel.
Yep, and sometimes they're the ones who need it most.
Meet Ranger and Zip, the cutest way to teach your kids to code. This interactive, screen-free toy from Learning Resources makes basic programming a breeze. Your little learners will love guiding Ranger through mazes and adventures while secretly building critical thinking skills. It's the perfect blend of play and learning for your homeschool. Grab yours using our affiliate link below, no extra cost to you, and it helps us keep sharing these amazing stories for free.
As the saying went in those days, the good people came to camp meetings Friday, backsliders Saturday, rowdies Saturday night, and gentlemen and lady sinners on Sunday.
That wagon's fixed, the benches are in place, the rowdies are mostly behaving. I'd say we survived the day.
And no one fell in the mud, including me. It's practically a miracle.
Yeah, but we still have one big problem.
Brother Elijah?
He's worse. One of the ladies tending to him just said he won't be able to preach at all tomorrow. His fever's high and he can't even sit up.
Oh no.
This was supposed to be his message. His voice that stirred people. He's preached at 100 of these. I've never done one. Not like this.
But you've heard every one of his sermons, haven't you?
12 times each.
Maybe God's not asking Elijah to preach tomorrow. Maybe he's asking you.
I'm just an apprentice. I'm 15. What if I mess it up? What if no one listens?
Didn't Francis Asbury say something like, "We must not be afraid of men, devils, wild animals, or disease. Our motto must always be forward."
Didn't the Methodist Church ask 4 questions about every preacher? Is he truly converted? Does he know our rules? Can he preach? Has he a horse?
You've definitely got the horse part covered. And I've heard you speak, Nate. You may not feel ready, but you're willing. That matters more than perfect words.
Brother Elijah always says, God doesn't wait for us to feel ready. He just waits for us to say yes. Okay, I'll do it. I'll preach tomorrow, even if my voice shakes.
That's the spirit.
Just remember to speak loud and don't faint. That's all I ask. And hey, if you freeze up, we'll just start a hymn and give you time to recover.
Looking to make learning hands-on and digital? The Osmo Genius Starter Kit transforms your iPad into a learning powerhouse. With interactive math, spelling, and problem-solving games, your kids will love every lesson. It's perfect for homeschool families who want to blend tech and tactile learning. Snag yours through our affiliate link below in the show notes. It doesn't cost you a penny more, but it does help us keep the History Passport free for everybody.
It wasn't uncommon for young men like Nate to be called to preach when needed, especially on the frontier. The early Methodist Church didn't ask for credentials, they asked for calling, character, and courage. And yes, having a horse definitely helped.
Smells like someone's making cornbread and coffee.
Or something pretending to be coffee.
I dreamed I was riding a horse made of Bible pages. Weirdest dream ever.
Midnight here, boy. Guys, have you seen my horse?
He was tied up near the water barrels last night.
He's gone. Rope snapped. No hoof prints near the trail, just brush.
Let's go find him. No horse, no preaching, right? And no horse, no getaway if those rowdy guys change their minds about behaving.
We should split up, look for signs. Nate, you head towards the creek. Emma and I will check near the camp.
Wait. If I were a startled horse, I wouldn't go toward the camp. I'd go where it's quiet and soft underfoot. Midnight. I found him! He's all tangled in some brush.
Oh, Midnight, buddy. You okay?
He's fine. Just spooked, I think. Maybe from the thunder last night.
The first discipline says, be merciful to your beast. Glad you reminded me, intentionally or not.
He's a good one, and he looks like he's ready for a sermon ride.
Just maybe don't tie him near the water barrels next time.
Deal.
Circuit riders didn't just depend on their horses, they trusted them. These faithful animals carried the gospel across hundreds of miles, through storms, forests, and long nights. No horse, no message, no revival. The Sabbath sun rose on a new day. Camp chairs were filled, hearts were heavy with hope, and all eyes were about to turn to one very nervous 15-year-old.
You've got this. Just speak like you're talking to one person.
And don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Unless someone brings cornbread, then we're bringing you some too.
Thanks. I might need it for a bribe.
Let's begin with a hymn. This one's for the rowdies, the seekers, and the saints alike.
Good morning. You were probably expecting Brother Elijah. He's resting, so you get me. Sorry, but I believe God can use anyone, young or old, tired or terrified. I want to tell you about a man named Francis Asbury. He rode more than 270,000 miles on horseback, preached over 16,000 sermons. Why? Because he believed every soul mattered, even in the deepest woods, even when he had to be tied to the saddle to stay upright. He said, "We must not be afraid of men, devils, wild animals, or disease. Our motto must always be forward." That's what revival looks like. Not fancy words or big tents, but hungry hearts. Hearts willing to ride through storms, willing to speak even when scared, willing to share God's love, even ankle deep in mud. So no, I'm not perfect, but God doesn't need perfect preachers. He just needs willing hearts.
He did it! No, God did it. Nate just said yes.
Hey high schoolers, why wait until you graduate to start your future? Whether it's creating an online store, starting a tutoring business, or even building an app, you'll find your next big idea in 100 Scalable Business Ideas for High School Entrepreneurs. And here's the best part, it's completely free. Grab your copy now and take the first step towards building a business that grows with you. Check out the show notes for the link.
On that Sunday morning, in the Kentucky woods, the gospel was heard, clearer than the thunder and stronger than the fear, because one boy was brave enough to speak, and a whole crowd was ready to listen.
Back in one piece, and not muddy this time.
It's a frontier miracle. Somebody stamp that in the history books.
Welcome back. You've got the look of well-traveled historians. So, what did you learn about faith on horseback?
That the gospel didn't just arrive in America. It rode in, on tired horses, through rain, wilderness, and danger.
Some of those preachers barely made it to 30, but they preached every day, carried books in their saddlebags, and trusted strangers for food and shelter. And camp meetings weren't just gatherings. They were spiritual earthquakes. People came from miles away to hear the word, and they didn't leave the same.
One man, Francis Asbury, helped grow the Methodist Church from 600 people to 200,000.
That's the kind of movement you feel for generations.
The road was hard, but their joy was real.
Here it is, Nate's stamp.
Warm boots, wide brim hat, Bible in hand, and mud on his cloak.
Sounds like a true frontier preacher.
I hope people remember them.
We will. Wait, what's that?
It looks burned, like it came through fire.
But there's something written here under the ashes on the passport page? Maggie?
That one's quite the story, but it'll have to wait.
Wow, what a journey. Courage and faith, circuit riders, change the spiritual landscape around them. And now, remember this adventure by collecting your very own Nate Walker passport stamp. It's completely free, just check the show notes to download yours. And if you want to go even deeper into the story of these gospel cowboys, grab our Circuit Rider study guide in the show notes. Or if you love these time-traveling adventures and want even more, join our History Passport membership for access to exclusive study guides, ad-free listening, bonus episodes, and so much more. Until next time, explorers, keep asking questions, keep discovering, and most of all, keep history alive.